2044. Favourites got gate 1 and they're away. Rockin' Joy away nicely. It's driving up on the inside. Gupta's Cullen is trying to take it on in the early part. Settling behind those was Casual River. Crafty Cullen and Pay on the Pacer just off the pace early. And they were followed next by Helix. Comanche on its outside. About 8 metres away, Tap It In. Then Bellator Thor and Tai Champ drops to the tail. Favourite able to hold the inside and hold the lead. Rockin' Joy as they come up to the home bend with a little over a mile left to travel. And it's Rockin' Joy on top. Gupta's Cullen working in second spot. It's eyeballing this leader at the moment and wants to go a little bit fiercely. In third spot was Crafty Cullen. Pay on the pace of fourth, 1 out, 1 back. Then Helix and Comanche. Tap It In on the outside of Bellator Thor. And then Tai Champ, and the last one is Casual River. Out of the straight they run. Lead time 31.2. And Rockin' Joy, all going well for favourite punters at the moment. Rockin' Joy leads by a long neck over Gupta's Cullen, who still wants to go quicker. Crafty Cullen, third leaders back. Then Pay on the pace of 1-1. Comanche on the outside of Helix. Tap It In on the outside of Bellator Thor, and Casual River on the outside of Tai Champ. So they race in that order as they leave the back straight. 31.4 was the first quarter of the last mile. Rockin' Joy in front. Over Gupta's Cullen, there's been no change in the order since they settled into this formation. Crafty Cullen still third, Pay on the pace is still fourth. And then Comanche still on the outside of Helix. Tap It In on the outside of Bellator Thor. And then came Tai Champ, who's second last, and on the outside last is Casual River. 30.1 was the second quarter, so that's a 61.5. First half of the last mile. And Rockin' Joy takes them out of the home straight over Gupta's Cullen and Crafty Cullen. They were followed next on the outside by Pay on the Pacer. Here's Tap It In starting to work home 3 wide. Helix back on the inside. Bellator Thor gets into the 3 wide train. In the centre next was Comanche, been shuffled right back. And Tai Champ is at the tail. And Casual River is actually behind that. It's about 30 metres away and struggling to keep up. 30.1 was the third quarter as they leave the back straight. It's Rockin' Joy just over Gupta's Cullen, who's still eyeballing it. Field really starts to pack up now. On the inside, Crafty Cullen. Wider out was Tap It In as they straighten up. And it is the favourite on top. Rockin' Joy leads into the straight narrowly over Gupta's Cullen. Crafty Cullen leaders back. Pay on the Pacer now gets out. Wider was Tap It In. Favourite in trouble. Gupta's Cullen went to the lead, but here's Tap It In and Pay on the Pacer driving through late. Crafty Cullen. Oh, gee, don't know. They are right across the track here. We've got Pay on the Pacer in the centre. Tap It In. Crafty Cullen has driven through closer to the inside. Close up was Gupta's Cullen. And then further back was Rockin' Joy. Favourite didn't find much in the run home. Helix was next, followed by Comanche. And then came Tai Champ and Bellator Thor second last with Casual River at the tail.